Hello, and welcome to the 95th edition of Beer Issues. My name is Matt Brucker, and I'm coming to you with a very good beer today that I'm really excited about talking about. In my quest to find different beers that are like out of the normal, not my normal thing, something a little bit different, I have found that there's a few of these sour type beers that I like, and I've decided I'm going to kind of cut back on the ones that I really don't like and focus on the ones that I'm more of a fan of. So today we're going to be trying the Dogfish head out of Delaware. They're Seaquench, which they call it a session sour, but it's actually a Leipzig Ghost. But there's a little bit more to it than that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the beer after I pour it. Now this beer is made with lime peel, black limes, and sea salt. So it's going to be a sour, a tart type beer. So I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit of it so we can talk about it a little bit more. Now it clocks in at 4.9% alcohol by volume. It's rated 87 out of 100, which makes it a very good beer, okay? And I'm not going to lie to you, this is not my first time having this beer. As a matter of fact, it's been sitting in the refrigerator kind of waiting to do an episode of Beer Issues with it because I like it, and I would normally just drink it, but I said, no, I got to save this one because it's my last one. So anyway, I'm very excited to have this in to talk about it because it's a unique beer, and the fact that it's made out of 3 different styles of German beer, okay? So the first style of German beer is the Kolsch. So it's going to be like a wheaty, malty type beer mixed with a Leipzig Ghost, which the Ghost is going to be like a salty type Ghost or tart, with the, I think the black limes. And then the last of the 3 German beers that it's based on is a Berliner Weiss, a lime Berliner Weiss. So they take all 3 beers during the brewing process, they mix them to make this beer. So it's something different. It's not your ordinary sour. It's something of a combination of 3 styles of great German beers. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to smell it first. And I have a feeling what we're going to get is the smell of lime. Just my guess. So I'm going to go ahead and... So you do get the smell of lime, but you know what I can smell in there? I can smell the salt, which is, I didn't think I would be able to. I just thought the lime would overpower it. But the great thing about the salt is it brings balance to this beer. And when I talk about balance, you're having the tart with the salt. It kind of equals it out. So even though it is going to be a tart beer when you drink it, it's not going to be overly like pucker up and make you make a face or anything like that. But the salt kind of will even it out and make it very enjoyable to drink. So, without a doubt, you get that tart right up front, boom. But then at the back end, the salt kind of dissipates the having a sour aftertaste, if that makes any sense. So you're getting a real strong lime flavor with the salt on the back to kind of smooth it out. And I think they did a really, really good job with the way they balanced the salt with the lime. Now it's limey, don't get me wrong. And if you don't like lime, this beer is probably not for you. But for me, it's something different. I like it. Probably not everybody in the world is going to like it, but I'm a fan of this beer. There's only a few of the sour beers that I'm a really big fan of. Like we've talked about in the past, Oviedo Brewing Company makes a really great Kitten Whispers, which I am a big fan of, and it's a kettle sour with blackberries and raspberries and lactose added. It's really a delicious beer, but there's a few other ones that I like. Sierra Nevada Wild Thing is a good sour, but this one right up there is one of my favorites, behind probably the Oviedo Brewing Company Kitten Whispers. But make sure you check it out because it really is a good beer. And I've never really had a bad beer from Dogfish Head. they seem to just really nail just about every beer that they do, in my opinion. Even if it's not my favorite style, they'll have a strong showing in that beer. But most of the beers that they make are right up my alley, so I tend to like a lot of their beers. As you've seen, we've done a lot of beer issues with Dogfish Head beers. So if you like this, make sure you tell your friends and have them tell their friends and their friends tell their friends until everybody knows about beer issues and all the fun that we're having talking about and drinking good quality beers. You can go, if you want some cool merchandise, you can go to shop.beerissues.com and you can find great merchandise, hats, t-shirts, all cool beer issues stuff out there. And as my wife likes to say, I have beer issues.